and gentlemen, boys and girls, and welcome back to another episode of Disillusion Plays Danganronpa Trigger Happy Havoc. I really had to think and not say Phoenix right then. It was in my head, and I nearly said it, but fortunately, I corrected myself before.
I've just been sat here going, are we going to mess the title up?
I engaged brain before mouth.
We are coming to you after experiencing absolutely no technical difficulties in setting up the session for today's episode. None whatsoever, and we're not at our wits' end in the slightest.
This is what acting's for, because I sound really happy. I wasn't a few minutes ago.
Yeah, this isn't like the 10th time of trying to just get this started.
Nevertheless, we are here now, and last time, a murder happened. Which character, you ask? You'll have to watch the previous episode to find out, because I'm not going to tell you.
Because Sarah can't remember.
No, I can.
And neither can the rest of us.
No, I actually can.
Oh, okay.
I'm not the forgetful one.
But it is true. It is true.
So yes, a murder happened, and everyone's quite shocked. And, obviously, Monokuma is loving it. So, before we get back in and find out what happens next, I'm Sarah.
I'm Pete.
And I'm generic anime boy. I mean Taylor.
I think what you meant to say is the most normal, disgustingly average guy in the world, right? Okay.
Okay.
Let's jump in.
Oh.
Now,
Grumpy Junko.
Now, the real question is, can we remember the voices?
That is kind of a bit of a slight panic I'm having right now.
With the power of friendship, I'm sure we'll find a way. Or something.
Really? That's what you're going for?
Oh, dude, that's so lame.
I don't
there
want
you go,
anything. I don't want anything to do with it.
Yeah, why not?
What do you mean, why not? Why do I have to waste my time trying to figure out who murdered someone?
What? Are you saying you're not going to participate in the trial? Only punishment awaits such blasphemy.
What? Punishment?
Oh, I might, I don't know, throw you deep in a dark, scary prison or something.
Shut the hell up! Whatever you want, say whatever you want. I'm not gonna be a part of this.
Now, don't be so selfish.
You're the one being selfish. Kill whoever you want. It's got nothing to do with me.
The evil standing here before me. I'm trembling with fear. Or is it love?
Oh, God.
But I won't give in to such evil. It's my style to stick it out and resist till the very end. If you really want to get out of here, you'll have to go through me first.
As he said that, he came charging at us. Although it was more of a waddle. Evil Swowy waddles towards you.
And now I'm just thinking of like Pingu.
Pingu! What?
Like, it's just like,
But then,
uh-oh.
Are you enjoying yourself now?
I like how she's got her foot on him, like, sort of, like, oh, I'm gonna take you down, but then she also kind of looks horrified.
Yeah.
She's probably horrified that the camera's down there, honestly.
Yeah.
Are you?
don't you think the angles in anime can be a little bit weird? What do you mean?
Huh?
Violence against Headmaster Monokuma is not allowed. You violated a school regulation. I invoke the mighty summon spell. Help to me, Godly Spear Gungnir.
Oh.
Oh,
dear.
what? Oh.
Oh, dear.
What?
Oh.
Oh, shit.
oh
Okay.
dear. That happened.
Ow?
But she's like on the main. Every time I see art for this game, it's her.
Yeah.
Wait, what? Okay.
This wasn't supposed to. Why me?
suddenly, right at the end, her eyes shot wide open. Although they look pretty open already, but...
Yeah.
And just like that, she never moved again.
Oh boy.
What?
I don't...
This can't be real.
No way!
Oh, Scooby, I've missed you.
Now I am painfully aware of the great power and meaning of a promise. I really wanted to keep a corpse from popping up for no good reason, you know? But I guess you all needed to be taught a lesson after all. What an amazing promise. But now you guys understand, right? Now you see just how serious I am.
Oh no, they're using the fisheye lens.
Defy me, and you'll get shot full of holes, exploded, buried alive, disintegrated, etc. So if you don't want that to happen to you, you'd best obey those school regulations.
Junko's body had been impaled with a bunch of spears.
Yeah, I think we got that, Makoto. I think we got that.
Oh no, Junko. This is a film noir. That's what this is. I opened the door. I walked into the room and I opened the drawer.
Girl looked like she had more pins in her than one of them little tomatoes that you keep in the closet for sewing.
It's like low-key Nicolas Cage.
An unbelievable amount of blood started pouring out of her body.
Blood, I think you mean food coloring.
Pink paint.
It was the first time I'd ever seen the moment someone's life came to an end. Nobody there could deny what they'd seen. Junko, who, until just a... Was she really, though?
Was she?
Was she really?
She wasn't really that friendly.
Until just a second ago had been our friend.
Well, I mean, I guess you can sort of class someone as a friend, like, on the day you meet them, right? Kind of, if you vaguely...
I guess, yeah, that's a thing in high school, or like when you're in primary school.
Oh, we're friends now,
Yeah.
even though we only met 10 seconds ago.
Was dead. She died. She'd been murdered.
I'm really sorry, I'm not laughing at you.
She was impaled. She was deceased. No longer here. Not among the living. Gone to the great house in the sky.
Left this
pushing up
mortal
daisies.
coil.
It just never This is him grieving, obviously.
Yeah.
He's so horrified. This is how he copes, by just not fricking stopping. No, in simple terms, there's more!
Does he stop?
Simple terms.
Oh, God.
In simple terms, she was no longer here. It was the death of a human being.
As opposed to a cow, or a cat, or a piece of meat.
Oh, my God.
Or I don't know.
No.
Oh.
It's really not all that shocking. She just died, that's all. Just went and died. It's no more remarkable than the inevitable demise of the entire human race. It's just as natural as the eventual end of the world itself. This isn't some superhero comic. It's not like when you die, you didn't really die.
So in other words, people die when they are killed?
No, Taylor, you have to say, like, people die when they're killed.
This is reality!
Why did you have to kill her? Didn't you say you would put her in prison or something?
I changed my mind.
I have changed.
I have changed the agreement. Pray I don't change again.
Pray that I do not alter it any further.
Oh dear, we're watching.
No. You've been wanting to kill this entire time.
Kill this entire time? Don't be silly. You can't kill time.
That's not true. Have you ever played Final Fantasy 14?
Have you ever played any kind of MMO?
Or
Or
RPG.
are you being metaphorical? Are you saying I wanted to waste time this whole time? Come on, what do you take me for? I'm Monokuma! Anyway, none of that matters right now. I have something I'd like to gift you to help you in your search for the Blackened. This little file has all the information I've gathered about the death in question. I'd like to call it the Monokuma File. I mean, naturally, you guys aren't experts at this kind of thing, so you can only do so much for the corpse. So, instead, I've gathered up everything I know about the circumstances and cause of death. What's that? How do I know the cause of death, you ask?
Nobody asked.
'Cause the surveillance cameras picked up the whole thing. I got to see it all go down.
Wait, so then you know who killed Sayaka?
Of course I do. If I didn't, I couldn't possibly pass a fair and accurate judgment during the trial, now could I?
That's a good point. The judge has to be able to make the proper decision. That's somehow comforting.
Oh, I knew you'd see it from my perspective. Now then, please put your full effort behind your investigation. After all, you don't have any choice but to give it your best shot. Seriously, you don't have a choice. Okay, so we'll meet up for the class trial in a little while.
Oh, okay. Didn't realize he was quite gonna go.
And with that, Monokuma disappeared once again.
Oh, thank goodness.
He left us stunned and confused. Mostly confused. Less stunned, because I was still capable of, thinking out loud to myself. And left us at a total loss. He left us with Junko's dead body growing colder right in front of us. You could move it, or something, and for who knows how long. Nobody said a word.
Except for me, because I never stopped talking.
The fact that Sayaka and Junko were dead was a huge shock, of course. But there was more to it than that. It was also the idea that one of us had actually murdered someone. And that if we didn't find out who it was, we would all die here. We'd found ourselves in a situation where we couldn't help but look at each other with open suspicion. It was the worst situation imaginable. And yet, even in such a perversely terrible situation,
I couldn't help but feel it rising.
Oh, God. No. No, inappropriate. Inappropriate.
I don't know.
Jesus, man. I don't even write that kind of fan fiction.
Makoto, you dirty bitch!
she did slow the... I mean, I hope he's talking about Kyoko here, because Junko definitely does look like something got to her.
Yeah.
Several somethings.
Yep.
Through her baddie.
Yep.
She didn't show the slightest hint that it had gotten to her. Now's no time to wallow in your depression. The worst thing we can do right now is lose all faith in each other. That would lead to the same disastrous results as having total faith in everyone else. Huh? Cooperation is absolutely key at this point. Who you decide to trust or not trust is, of course, up to you.
Continuing to think about and talk about the deceased certainly isn't going to help anything. Saying stuff like that is just... How many times have I told you? Anyone who can't adapt will die. Death is the only thing awaiting those who are unable or unwilling to adapt. If that happens, you only have yourself to blame. What an awful thing to say! Especially after what's happened!
Right now, exposing the killer is the most important thing. Because if we don't, we're all going to die here.
She's right. We need to begin our search right away.
Either way, we can't run away from the situation, so we have no choice but to move forward. We just have to. Yes. But we just have to do it, I guess. What other choice do we have?
Have to do it, you say?
Shut up, you creep!
Oh my god!
Ew!
No way in hell am I letting someone kill me. All right, damn it, let's do this.
We just have to do it.
We just have to do it, you say.
Makoto kept repeating that statement.
Everyone kept repeating that.
And Hifumi looked like he was drooling.
They were using it like a mantra to
Sake.
give themselves strength.
Strength?
But they're right. We just have to do this. No matter how much...
I think we get the point, Makoto. I think we get the point.
No matter how much we don't want to, we have no choice. If that's what it takes to survive, then that's what we have to do. On top of that, there was something I needed to find out. I had to know why Sayaka had to die. Why she had to be the one. I'm terrified to find out, but still, I have to know. Otherwise, I knew I'd never be able to accept her death. Which is why... I don't... For crying out loud, man!
I get the impression he has to do this. Don't know about
It's
you
like
guys.
the little hamster wheel. It's just the little hamster wheel that's going on and on and on. I don't have any choice. I have to do this.
We
Boing.
get it, dude. Sheesh.
Oh,
Jesus.
okay.
Does this guy ever shut up?
Wrong button. No, wrong button again.
Uh-oh.
Oh, what am I doing? What am I doing?
I don't know.
That button. I was gonna say, I wanted to just do like a little safety save. After all that.
Save.
Okay, so, what should we do? Who should we talk to? Everybody? Nobody?
Yeah, let's talk to Junko. Why
Yeah,
not?
yeah, let's do it.
Yeah.
Oh, she's dead. No.
I gently placed my hand on Junko's lifeless body. I touched her wrist to check for a pulse like they do in movies and stuff, but... She really is dead.
I mean, I don't think there's any coming back from that, pal. I mean,
There wasn't anything else to say. She was gone.
I don't know why you even bothered to check. After those injuries and losing that much blood. Frankly, I'd be shocked if she did survive something like that. Huh? Hey, hold on. Hold on, just wait a second. She's dead? That means everything that's happened so far is real. It's not a joke or whatever. It's really real. Hell no! Someone save me! Let me out of here! Somebody help me!
you're just now accepting that?
Oh, I should have done it like
No.
I should have done it like that guy from Xenoblade.
Oh, God. Yeah!
Someone help me!
No, you're not Yorkshire. Hey, someone else.
Yeah.
Someone help me! Sorry.
Sorry,
Oh, dear.
we'll stop.
Oh my goodness. Right, so let's just should we go right to left? Like
Yeah.
all the
Sure,
the
yeah.
Japanese.
Why not?
Taylor's like, wait, what voice is this again?
No, it just was delayed and from the time you clicked on it until the dialogue actually came up.
Oh,
Yay, lag!
yay!
If we find out who did it, then only that person dies. But if we get it wrong, then all the rest of us face execution. That's what that ridiculous school regulation said, right? So stupid.
We need to hurry up and figure out who the culprit is. Oh,
Yep,
well.
okay, sure,
Great,
sweet.
thanks.
Thanks, Bam.
Cheers,
Bye.
Byakuya.
So we're really gonna try and find out who did it?
Okay, cool.
Well, yeah, that's what I said in my internal monologue like 10 times.
So you finally noticed.
Huh? Noticed what?
I was looking through the monokuma file we received, and I noticed something very obvious and very unusual.
Huh? What are you talking about?
Go ahead, take a look. Notice anything interesting about where Sayaka died? She died in Makoto's dome. What? She's right.
Then... Got it, me? Son of a bitch!
That was great.
What was that?
I loved it. I thought it was brilliant.
It was great, but it's like, what the heck?
All at once, everyone's gaze turned to me.
Hold on a second, you've got it all wrong! For just one night, I traded rooms with her. I did it because she was afraid.
You expect us to believe that? Just tell us the truth.
The look in everyone's eyes had done a complete one. I'm just imagining everyone's eyes literally flipping around, so it's like the back of their eyes.
Oh, God. Oh, jeez.
Had done a complete 180 from just a few minutes earlier. The feeling of suspicion and fear had returned. Makoto, you don't really need to say everything in other words. At some point, you can just kind of say what you're thinking. In other words,
You think I did it?
Well, yes, that's what I am implying. I hate this. But still, we don't have a choice. We have to figure out who did it. Or else we're all dead.
before we start searching for Sayaka's killer, we need to decide what to do about securing the crime scene. What do you mean?
You're thinking of putting someone on guard duty so no one can disturb the area, aren't you? After all, if the culprit decides to destroy the evidence, we're pretty much screwed. In that case, I don't mind doing it. I don't like have anything to think anyway. Sorry. I don't like having anything to... Wait a minute. Well, actually, I don't like having anything to think anyway. I'll let you guys figure out who killed that chick.
Okay, then we can let Mondo look after the scene.
Well, no. We can't just leave him there alone. What? What? Why the hell not? Isn't it obvious? If you were the culprit, what's the first thing you would do? By volunteering for guard duty, you'd be in a position to destroy all the evidence you want. What? Fuck you!
Fine, then I'll stay there on guard duty as well. That way, there's no problem.
Two-player co-op base defense with the two of them. With their stats, they're totally OP.
Since we won't be able to help investigate, we're putting our faith in the rest of you. I'm still pretty freaked out, but I'll try.
Are we all done talking? We need to begin our investigation soon. At this point, we should split up. Daphne and I will go into the... Wait a minute. We need to get to the bottom of this and figure out who killed Sayaka. We have to do this. We have no choice. We have to do it. We absolutely have to, or we're all going to die.
You're mistaking
we really
which
need to do
character
this.
you are, Taylor.
We have no choice.
That's not Makoto.
Matoko.
Makoto.
We'll have to collect clues to form a foundation, then we'll construct an argument to come to a final decision. If we get this wrong... Well, no, you don't actually.
No.
It's kind of been
all.
beaten. The point itself is more dead than Junko, and she's been stabbed about 50 times through the chest. Well, do I really have to say any more?
I'd rather you didn't know.
Everyone pray for good luck. With that, Kyoko hurried out of the gym.
I'll be going too.
And just like Kyoko, he was gone before we realized it.
Oh yeah, I'm on guard duty, huh? I better head to the scene of the crime.
Ah, that's right.
Let me just say this right now. If whatever son of a bitch did this is here, right now, and they're thinking of destroying that evidence, they'd better not let me find him. I'll skip the trial and cave their goddamn skull in myself. I'm serious. I will fuck them up.
Whoa.
Letting his deadly words hang in the air, he and Sakura ran off.
See, I still find, like, the face that he pulls when he says really threatening stuff is really juxtaposing, like with what he says.
It's like, oh god, I'm shitting myself.
Just like Furio.
Yeah.
But, I mean, we're not detectives or anything, you know? And we're gonna investigate a murder? How do we even do something like that?
We don't really have to do anything in particular. We already know who killed Sayaka.
What are you implying?
Makoto, I think you know.
It was you.
I'm telling you, it wasn't me!
Don't come any closer! Are you gonna kill me next?
Whoa.
Oh my goodness.
Well, I guess it wouldn't hurt to give it a shot. It's not It's not for sure that Makoto's guilty yet.
That's true. We may as well at least check, just to check.
Even if I wanted to, I couldn't help investigate.
Wait, why not?
I'm not good with blood.
Why are you standing right next to Junko's body, then?
Yeah! All it takes is one glimpse and I black out. Well, you're doing very well so far.
Well, whatever. I don't think anyone was expecting much from you anyway.
Wow.
All right, I guess I better get going.
That's a right pouty face, isn't it?
Yeah, it's like just duck
Wait,
face.
don't go yet! You have to hear me out! But it was pointless. Everyone had already left. And their parting looks at me had still been filled with suspicion. Does everyone really think I'm the killer? How did it turn out like that?
Makoto, are you legitimately asking this question? Have you not been paying any attention at all? She was just in my room when she got brutally murdered.
No,
I don't know
Vicky.
why anyone would think I'm suspicious. Seriously, they've got it all wrong.
Why do they have to suspect me?
What are we fighting for? Why do they suspect me?
They played us in a manner resembling a string instrument!
It's like a damn fiddle!
No, Pete. Fiddle!
Fiddle! I don't know, it's something like that.
Jesus.
Oh.
I have to. Makoto, yes, you have to do something.
We know.
Something must be done. There is no choice. You have to do something. You need to figure it out. You gotta get to the bottom of this. There's no choice. You gotta just move.
He sounds like when you try to write an essay and the teacher has told you not to copy directly from the text, so you slightly swap a few words around to explain the same goddamn thing!
That's it, you're there, and you're like...
Well,
you're
it's
like,
that, or it's you're really trying to meet the word limit.
Yes.
You're trying to meet
Yeah,
the word
yeah,
count.
Yes,
yeah,
and you're like, oh no, what do? I'll just write the same sentence about 10 times.
So in conclusion, this happened.
So to summarize, in conclusion, finally, I would like to say, and decisively, after consideration of all due evidence, I would like to further conclude something must be done. Thank you.
Otherwise, everyone will...
Execution is execution! Execution! Electric chair! Bzz, bzz. Poison gas! Torn apart like a paper plane in a hurricane!
I can't let that happen. I can't let things turn out the way Monokuma wants. All I have to do is find out who really did. I feel like you could just put the start of this scene, take the first 3 lines that he says, jump to 10 minutes later, and you wouldn't have missed anything in the middle.
Yeah.
I mean, that's not what we're telling you guys to do, though. You guys should watch the rest.
You should watch the whole thing.
I mean,
But
we've
by God.
we've had
Really?
to. You suffer with us,
Yeah,
please.
please.
In fact, why don't you
Who
leave a
really
comment down
killed
below?
Sayaka?
Why don't you leave a comment down below about how absolutely ridiculous this seems to be? Or maybe maybe we're not ridiculous. Maybe it's not ridiculous, and maybe we're just complaining. Why don't you leave a comment and let us know?
How many ways can you think of to say that something has to be done? Let us know.
Oh. Ooh.
I guess I should look through the monokuma file we got before. I mean the autopsy report. I mean the monokuma file. I mean the court record.
The
I mean
autopsy report.
You know what I mean. The victim was Sayaka Maizono. The time of death is estimated to be around 1:30 a.m. The body was discovered in Makoto's room in the dormitory. All evidence suggests that the death took place in the bathroom. The cause of death was a stab wound to the abdomen. There was also an injury to her right wrist. Specifically, the wrist appears to have suffered a fracture. We have no...
Oh boy.
Well, like I say, they do call the game. They call the game Trigger Happy Havoc, right? Because it's just Makoto's dialogue is set to trigger you.
We have no choice but to push forward if we want to find out what happened.
Oh, for God's sake!
No, but now he's saying it out loud. It's like, whoa, what?
Somehow I have to find out the truth. Maybe if I spent a little less time rehashing the same point in my mind and then saying it out loud, I would actually have made some progress instead of spending 30 minutes saying the same thing about 10 different ways so that we can all survive. And for Sayaka,
You've already said this!
I have to find out how she was killed.
Nice.
Ooh. Monokuma File 1 has been added to the Truth Bullets section of your handbook. Yay! We can finally do stuff
Finally!
again. Right, let's talk to Chihiro. Is it Chihiro?
Aren't you going to help
Yes.
investigate, Chihiro?
Yes.
We have to do something. We have to figure out how Sayaka was killed so that we don't all die.
Are you okay, Makoto? But I can't leave Junko here. I feel sorry for her. I have to stay with her.
But you can't really, okay.
No way! I seriously don't want to die here! I'm begging you, God, Buddha, Mother Earth, God of Space, King Neptune, help me! I don't care who it
Katamari
is.
just rolls by in the distance.
I don't care who it is. Just get me out of here!
Hiro doesn't seem prepared to do any kind of investigating right now.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he gone cuckoo. I'm not gonna look at Junko again because, goddammit, I don't want to hear Makoto say some shit. We're leaving the gym. We're going.
Let's go, bitches.
Okay.
We're magoing. Magoing.
So yeah, well, obviously we just sword leave the area. Yes, I guess the first place we should go. Oh,
First of all, I should head to the scene of the crime, my room. I have to do something. I
was-
have to figure out who killed Sayaka and how they did.
I was literally about to say what Makoto has just said. So yeah. Progress if we don't go to the scene of the crime.
We won't make any progress without investigating there.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
So I headed to my room, where Sayaka's corpse still remained.
Delightful.
Yummy.
Oh,
I'd better examine the state of my room a little closer.
Oh, you know what? With the way that lamp is positioned, I thought Sakura was wearing a pink hat for a second.
well, okay.
That might reveal something new.
Okay. So.
Oh, I like that she's just like hidden behind Mondo there.
Yeah. Oh, hey.
Yeah. Right. So. What should we look at? I guess just everything.
A surveillance camera. The mastermind must be
Yep.
using them to keep in. They don't do anything to stop what's happening. They just keep on watching. Yep.
Okay. Clipboard.
The notepad is still here, but I don't think it's relevant right now.
I mean, I'm literally just clicking on everything. Like, I'm not. I don't think it's relevant, but.
Huh? Looking at the lint roller, it looks like there's way less than there was before. Did Sayaka see how dirty my room was and decide to clean up a little? This is the replica sword I brought back for self-defense. Does this mean it was used in the attack somehow? And plus, it's been taken out of its sheath. I hadn't actually looked at the blade itself till now. I shouldn't be surprised it's coated in gold too. On top of that, some of the gold coating has come off on parts of the blade and the handle. Yeah, the handle especially is missing a lot of its coating. Now remember, the coating sticks to you even if you just touched a little bit.
Oh.
Nice!
Replica sword has been added to the truth bullet section of your handbook. Boing.
There's a key on the ground.
No shit, Sherlock.
Makoto.
Yes, it has my name on it, so this must be my room key. If I remember correctly...
Don't you dare say that we switched rooms.
He is gonna do.
Ah!
Flashbacks!
It's almost as bad as him saying it.
That's right. We'll have to trade keys.
And then he's gonna say they had to trade keys because
Why?
when we switched rooms, we switched keys too.
Yeah,
just in case anyone wasn't paying attention.
Because otherwise, neither of us would be able to get in each other's rooms. And so, yes, we'd have switched rooms, but we'd have to sit outside.
So Sayaka would have had the key here in my room the entire time. But wait, if that's true, then how did the killer get into the room in the first place? Could Sayaka have forgotten to lock the door? No, that seems impossible. The same goes for you, Sayaka. No matter who it is, don't open your door for anyone.
Even if I'm sure it's you, I absolutely won't open it. Otherwise, what's the point of even switching?
After saying that, there's no way she would have forgotten to lock it or opened it for any reason. Well, maybe she dropped the keys somewhere and someone else grabbed it or something.
Oh, that Butterfingers.
No, that's not possible either. Sayaka was in here when we switched rooms. And with how scared she was, she wouldn't have gone walking around, so she couldn't have dropped it. So, how did the killer...
Switching rooms has been added to the truth bullet section of your handbook. Okay. Oh, bedding.
There are gouges in the bed like someone attacked it. What the hell happened here?
Yeah, you need to...
Someone got murdered, Makoto.
There are scratches and gouges on my walls and bed. Is...
Nope.
Nope.
Not at all.
That evidence of a struggle.
You gotta remember, he's like a stupid teenager. A stupid average teenager.
Yeah.
So, it's like, oh, is that a struggle?
It looks like there must have been some kind of fight in my room. Damn it! It was right there in the other room! If only I'd heard something!
That would have not been possible.
Huh?
Don't you remember? All of our rooms are completely soundproof. So something could happen in the room right next to you and there's no way you could know. Perhaps it was another of Monokuma's strategies, creating an ideal setting for murder.
Nice! Evidence of a struggle!
Okay, let's see. Oh, goodness. Is that... I can't actually tell what those circles are.
The beard? No, the
No.
the
Oh,
stand.
there's the thing behind... Oh, there's a stand! I thought it was like a
It's the
dodgy
dis-
shadow.
It's the
Seriously.
display stand the sword was on.
Oh, yep.
Oh. Oh, there
I
you go.
guess it's the sheet.
This is the replica
Yep.
Sword I brought back for self-defense.
Nope.
Does this mean it was used in the attack somehow? And plus, the sword's been taken out, so it's just the sheath, but... Huh? There's some scratches on the sheath. They must have been made with something sharp. But how did the sheath get scratched up in the first place? Even if someone used the sword during the struggle, it doesn't make sense for the sheath to be damaged. I mean, if you're going to attack someone with a sword, the first thing you do is unsheath it. A heavy sheath like this would only get in the way. It could just slide off in the middle of the fight. So, why are there scratches on the sheath?
Maybe it's just a
I
really
don't know, Makoto.
tight
Could
sheath.
someone have used it to try and block a blade attack?
Okay, I guess there's a scratch on the wall as well.
I'd rather be Hifumi at this point. There are scratches and gouges on my walls and bed. Again. Is that evidence of a struggle?
Okay,
Again.
I just...
It looks like there must have been some kind of fight in my room. Again.
Okay. Sorry, I wondered if it was like a new bit of dialogue, but apparently not.
No, Pete. There is no new dialogue. It's all the... It's like
Okay.
the astronaut. Wait, it's all the same dialogue? Always has been.
Okay, so let's talk to the people.
Sakura, do you think I'm guilty too?
I try not to make assumptions like that. I simply don't know whether or not you did this. Whatever decision the rest of you come up with, I will follow your lead.
I see.
I don't like to have an opinion. You know, I realized something while I was on guard duty. The killer could have already destroyed some evidence, right? Before anyone found the body, I mean. There's a trash room here in the dorms, right? They could have tossed some stuff in there.
Yeah, that's definitely possible.
That dirty bastard! Anyone who raises their hand to a woman is scum that deserves death! That's what my brother taught me. So if I ever find the son of a bitch that did this, I'm gonna pound his goddamn face in!
But what if it was a girl that did it?
Oh, that changes things.
Ah, crap.
Shit.
I didn't actually think about that. Now that you mention it, yeah, it's probably like...
That'll get sorted out when the time comes.
Ring.
Are you done saying the same thing 20 times, Makoto? Hey, Kyoko. I quietly called her name while she was investigating the area, staring directly at me somehow. Oh,
These frickin' angles, man.
what are you doing? Isn't it obvious?
No, that's why I asked.
No, that would not be. Well, you appear to be touching the floor with your index finger. But
No, not really. I'm searching. Searching? For who the hell asked your opinion?
Damn.
She was down on her knees, carefully
Actually, sorry.
inspecting every inch of my room.
I just want to interject. That's not on her knees. That's squatting right there. That's not. She's not on her knees. You may continue.
She was down on her knees, carefully inspecting every inch of my.
I had a feeling something like that was coming.
Did you lose a contact or something? I don't know what she's doing exactly, but she seems to be concentrating pretty hard on it.
I like to imagine. Oh, okay. She's touching it to her cheek, but that's the finger she was putting on the floor.
Yeah.
Yummy.
Well, first thing she probably does is lick her finger, and then.
Ew.
But a few seconds later, she suddenly stood up straight and said, "Are you a clean freak?" Huh? No, I don't think so. But what? Nodding, she glanced around my room one more time. Interesting. What's interesting?
Just as I suspected, there's something very unusual about your room.
Oh, I guess I'd better...
Unusual? What do you mean?
I've searched your floor from one corner to another, and I didn't find one single strand of hair.
Really?
That is interesting.
I shed like nobody's business. Do you know how much hair anime boys leave scattered around?
Not one hair from the victim, and not one hair. Imagine what like Celeste's room looks like. Just the
Oh,
huge
Christ.
twin tails.
Or,
Not one hair from the victim, and not one hair from you, even though you've been living in here.
You know, now that you mention it, I noticed something while I was looking around before. It looked like the lint roller in my room had been used, but I never touched it. Could someone have used it to...
destroy evidence? No.
Very interesting. Your room didn't have a single hair in it, and someone used your lint roller without your knowledge.
And I'm just repeating the same thing that you just said a second ago. Oh no, you're rubbing off on me!
No!
In other words, someone other than you came in and scrubbed your room clean.
No, she is totally... He's rubbing off on her. Son of a bitch! Son of a bitch! But I mean, like, I can't... She's starting to do it as well. Oh no.
Was it Sayaka? Or the killer?
That's the question, isn't it?
Ring. Makoto's room
Okay.
cleanliness has been added to the truth bullet section of your handbook. Cool. Ring.
Nope. Oh, I should look around here first. I can check other spots later. You know, like where she was actually murdered, I guess, isn't important.
Well, then that's where... what have I missed? Is it the drawer? Wait, the drawer. I clicked on the... Yeah, that's it.
The toolkit is... excuse me. The toolkit is still inside the drawer. I don't see any evidence that it's been used at all.
Which makes sense, I guess. I mean, it's mine, and I haven't had any reason to open it. I can't even imagine a situation where I'd need a toolkit like this.
Yeah, seriously.
Oh, Mondo.
We ain't exactly in the mood to be building fucking furniture, right?
So, you haven't used yours either, then?
Not just me. Nobody's busted theirs out yet, far as I know. Actually, we were talking about it yesterday. None of the guys have opened their toolkits yet, cause like, why the hell would we? Ring! Toolkit has been added to the truth bullet section of your handbook. Okay, cool. So surely we've now investigated everything.
The bathroom. And on the other side of this door is the toilet. No. I can't let it get to me. I can't afford to freeze up now. I have to do something about this. I have to figure out who murdered Sayaka. We have no other choice, or we're all gonna die. Forcing myself to push my panic down, I stepped into the bathroom.
And she was gone!
Looking at her made it painfully clear it wasn't a dream, or an illusion. She had lost everything that made her, her. Her organs, her spleen, her liver, her blood mostly.
I was gonna say, no, that'll be the rigor mortis setting it.
Oh.
And the loss of
Sayaka. All at once, I was overcome with dizziness, nausea, the urge to burst into tears. But I can't. I can't hesitate now. Why? Why did Sayaka have to die?
After one cover the truth, I have to find out what happened. I wanted to give up, but I didn't.
But that thought held me up and supported me.
Yay.
Oh, jeez.
Oh. Ooh. I like how there's that blood on the wall there that's really bright, and then the rest is not.
I told myself I simply couldn't face what I saw, but now's no time to think like that. I pulled out the monokuma file to verify what it said about her body. Some sort of sharp object has been thrust into her stomach. That must have been the killing blow.
But whatever they used to kill her, where'd they get it?
Well, I mean, it looks an awful lot like a kitchen knife, right?
That's definitely something I should look into later. Also, according to the Monokuma file, Sayaka's right wrist is broken. Her wrist does look swollen and bloody, that's for sure. But there's something sort of glittery there on her wrist, too.
Yo, what could it be?
Right there, where her wrist is all swollen. There.
You just said that.
Yeah, but you gotta remember, the first bit was in his head, and now he's actually saying it out loud.
But there's no one in there with him. He's not saying it to anybody.
Well, Kyoko's, like, just behind him. Just in the other room, right?
There's something glittery.
He turns to her and she's like, I'm not listening to you.
That definitely concerns me. Another thing that concerns me is... Huh? There's some jam on her left index finger, but that's it. The palms of both her hands are totally spotless, so how come only her left finger?
I don't know.
The stab wound in her stomach is what killed her, so when she broke her wrist... That must have happened earlier on. I mean, how would her wrist get broken after she'd already been killed?
So guys, after doing 2 of these in Phoenix Wright, you know, with Maya written and with, what was the other one?
Maya.
Maya again, yeah, it was Maya both
Just
times,
Maya.
wasn't it? So, I mean, I kind of feel like we've done this one before. But we've obviously got an unfair advantage. Leo, right? Leo?
Leon.
Oh, Leon. Of course, yes, Leon.
Yep.
Yep, is this... Is it report card? Oh,
Yeah.
you... Oh, dear.
Son of a bitch.
I mean...
No, it's all spoiled now.
There's no way.
Although Sayaka could have avoided the confusion if she just used a lowercase e instead of an uppercase one.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, when I write numbers out, I write them like a, you know, an LCD digital display. That's how I write numbers.
So it's very possible she broke her wrist during the struggle. The killer attacked Sayaka in the main room, which is when her wrist got broken. After that, the killer cornered her in the bathroom, where they inflicted the deadly wound.
Oh. Oh, yeah, the shower. That's an interesting thing. Let's investigate the shower.
The water for the showers get turned off at nighttime. I looked past Sayaka to the wall behind her, and there I saw... Oh, for heaven's sake.
Yeah.
There's even the N in there.
I know,
Yeah,
and it's
yeah.
like they really. I see that what they've tried to do. They've tried to make it look like, oh, it's been rubbed away, but
Yeah.
it's so clearly an N.
Yeah.
Like it's just
What?
11037. Is that her birthday? Wait a minute, that means she'd be like 80 years old.
Written in blood with the numbers 11037. Did Sayaka do this?
Is that it? Yep, that's it. That's it. He's not even going to add it as a truth bullet.
It looks like you found it, right, Makoto? The bloody numbers. That's most likely Sayaka's dying message. I've never seen something written in blood before. It really was her final message. It's as if she wrote it with life itself.
What does that even mean?
That's so deep, Makoto.
What does that even mean?
She used the last of her lie.
Do you often talk like an aspiring poet? But the numbers she wrote, what do they mean? 11037. I have no idea what that could possibly mean.
And that's where Kyoko looks at him and goes, oh, you really are an idiot. Okay, off you go. Carry on.
The way she wrote the numbers makes me think she wanted to use her body to block them. If she wrote them in that location while she was sitting the way we found her, it means she must have wrote them by turning only her hand toward the wall.
Right, and I just love that Kyoko's basically spelling it out for him.
Yeah.
If you were to write something in that position, do you know what the result would be?
Like, It's like Dora the Explorer, isn't it? It's like, can you see? Like, do you know where the thing is? It's like, oh, for God's sake.
The result? Think about it. You're not gonna tell me?
No, because you're going to learn.
No.
You're going to learn, Padawan.
You need to uncover the mystery of this case yourself. Otherwise, the case will end and you'll remain unconvinced. I have no idea what you're trying to say, but it's obvious you're not going to tell me.
Yay! He continues to be a moron. Dying message has been added to the truth below section of your handbook.
It sounds like Kyoko knows what Sayaka's dying message means. But honestly, I have no idea. Oh, I know who I should talk to. When it comes to numbers, who better to ask than the ultimate programmer? There's one other thing I wanted to ask you about.
What is it, Kyoko? Are you always this stupid?
Do you know how the door to your bathroom got broken? Broken? Oh, you mean how it gets stuck? Gets stuck? Yeah, I guess I'm the only one, but the door doesn't fit in the frame. Quite right. When I first tried to use it, I thought it was just locked. But once you learn the trick, it opens no problem. Nice!
Bathroom door frame has been added to the truth below section of your handbook.
So the door doesn't quite fit the frame, huh? But actually, I'm referring to the broken doorknob. Huh? The doorknob? You didn't notice? Well, just try closing the bathroom door. I'm sure you'll see right away what I'm talking about. Do we really need to test it? If she says the knob is broken, then that's... okay. Huh? The doorknob. It's broken!
Oh, for God's sake.
What the heck? The doorknob's practically about to fall off. Why is it like this? Someone must have used a screwdriver or something similar to unscrew it. Whatever it was, it's obvious this was intentional. What? What? It was intentional? Why would someone... Why? Why would someone want to do that? I guess maybe they were trying to get the door unlocked and ended up breaking the whole thing. But my bathroom doesn't have a lock on it. Only the girls' bathrooms can lock, right? She stood there for a while, lost in thought, probably wondering how I can be so stupid. Then, apparently struck with a sudden realization, she shot a question at me. I have just one more question for you.
Well,
You mentioned earlier that your bathroom door would get stuck, right? Did you tell anyone? That's actually two questions. Did you tell anyone about that? Oh, well, I did tell Sayaka about it last night when we switched rooms. So what you're saying is only you and Sayaka knew about it. Interesting. She had the slightest hint of a smirk on her face. I got the sense that she was really starting to get into all this. Then that clears that up. Huh? What clears what up? I'm so lost. Well, see you later. As if forgetting I was even there, she suddenly turned and left the room.
ring! Bathroom doorknob has been added to the truth below section of your handbook.
I still don't really understand any of this, but I've already given my room a good once-over. Maybe I should look around somewhere else. I should start looking into where the murder weapon might have come from, and also, I should look into the DVD Sayaka got. With Sayaka dead, I have no choice but to see for myself what was in that video. And on top of that, I'm sure there are some other areas worth checking out too. Maybe I should see what everyone else thinks. If they'll even talk to me, that is.
Okay, well, I will say, the one that's, like, jumping out to me is what Mondo said, because, obviously, like, finding the knife in the kitchen is really obvious, and he mentioned about, like,
Actually.
Oh.
I'm afraid we have run out of time for today's episode. I know it doesn't seem like an hour might have passed on account of, the same thing mostly being said like it's a Groundhog Day. But, in fact, we have come to the end of our playtime.
What a shame.
So, if for some reason you liked this episode, or like what we do, why don't you leave a comment down below? And hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, and ring that little bell to get notifications whenever we post new content.
Yeah.
Yeah. Indeed you do.
So, until next time, take care, everyone.
We're sorry. We're really, truly sorry.
Bye, everyone.